Hi, I'm Melvin Winter. I'm starting my YouTube channel and I'd like to invite you on this creative journey with me. If I'm honest, I already have a bit of a head start with a few videos under my belt, but I wanted to be sure that I was committed to creating and supporting others before I made the clarion call to join me in this wonderful time of creation. Thus, this video is as much about you as it is about me. In this video, I want to share my intentions for our journey together, what I think is in it for you, and finally, what makes me equipped to help. I aim to present you your mission should you choose to accept it. Let's discuss. We have entered into a new and transitional time where who we are is changing, how we live is changing, and likely most pertinent to most of us, how we earn is changing. Like everything is in a state of flux. And the key to directing, unlocking, and constructing all of that is our creativity, is your creativity, your willingness to deviate from everything that you've known and how you've operated up until this point, which is where I plan to support. I want to walk alongside you through all the chaos, the disruption, into a resplendent future. I don't think that it'll be easy, but I do think that there are tools and there are things that we can use to help. We live in an interesting time. We've seemingly built and created all there is to make, so we've gone within, in a manner of speaking, to create artificial and super intelligence, ideally, or seemingly, to turn over the hard and menial and laborious tasks that we've done for decades and centuries. It seems to create space for us to do and be something that we aren't sure of and don't know of yet. With just the two big things like AI and crypto, it seems that we've gotten so bored or dissatisfied with the way that things are, or a small percentage of us have, that we are rushing to create and into a starkly different future. And in that future, and on the way to that future, your participation is absolutely necessary. And I want to work to help you define what that participation looks like. That future that I discussed, that future that we can all kind of sense and kind of feel into, is woven by the decisions, the actions of all of us collectively. So I want to help you figure out what is your distinct thread, your singular dynamic journey, your singular dynamic path in all of that, and help you walk that path so you don't deviate from it. And of course, it's super flexible and there's all kinds of options that you have on that. But in all of this that is happening, there are steps that are only yours to take. And as a journey companion of sorts, I want to help you figure out what that path is through all of this. You may ask who I am and where I'm coming from. I speak about that a ton in the video in the screen card or down in the description, but I'm interested deeply in individuals, in creativity, in helping people find meaningful work and helping them live purposeful lives. And I have been for a very long time. Now that interest is colored by an uncertain and electric future that can exclude a lot of us if we don't carve out and define what is our place and what is our path. I've also studied psychology for around 15 years with 2 degrees in tow. And I am deeply fascinated and enamored by metaphysical and symbolic systems like astrology, numerology, human design, systems that further refine the distinctness and the intricateness of humans, of what we're able to do and capable of being. And personally, I've been on my own intense developmental curriculum of defining my identity, of reconnecting with my creativity, of uncovering my purpose. After years in the closet of leaving centralized and organized religion and leaving my corporate career, I've collected a wealth of experiences that I'm drawing from to help us redefine ourselves and to create our own roles in the new world that is being born. I'm not going to tell you what that is. I'm going to help you see in different ways and to examine your own experience in different ways so you can see the pattern that had been consistent across your life to say, oh, wow, that's where I'm supposed to stand. That is the contribution that I'm meant to make. So I'm not just sharing what I've learned. I'm sharing what I've lived and what I'm living currently. I'll be honest. The stakes are high and some of the projections are bleak. So I can't in good faith guarantee or assure success. I also don't think that we would agree on what success in the future looks like. But what I can guarantee is that I'll provide you with tools and experiences to help you better understand and contextualize your experience and sharpen your vision of what you wish to be. I want to help you find the gold and opportunities in your daily experience and to convince you that if you're living, you're creative because you're creating. We just want to do so with a little bit more intention. I'm on a journey to make purpose in all of the things that might mean to you. And trust me, I have my own definitions to offer, practical. I want to remind you to be human and to help us more deeply experience what that means. And it's personal for me. My primary goal in my own life is to take everything I've experienced and lived and fashion it in whatever form it needs to take so that I can be who I most want to be so I can live a life that I not only deserve to live, but will be most benefiting for me to live. My goal is not just to have this adventurous and thrilling life, and trust me, I want an adventurous and thrilling life, but to also see how I can deeply impact and serve people from that state. One thing that I have noticed that is consistently true, for the most part, over years of living and studying and experiencing people, is that most people have a distinctiveness about them that they rarely fully or deeply tune into. And certainly not to the point where that easy distinctiveness can serve and benefit them in ways that don't require them to work very hard. I'm aware that this is because of our programming and how we're taught to stay in line, to say our lines, to stick to the routine. A routine that is not going to help us navigate the next decade or 5 years. I want to help you discover and connect with your essence to create a life you are always designed to live and to serve from. You have no idea how good it can get, or the full extent of how artificially hard it is and will continue to get. Heavy on the artificial. You also can't imagine yet all the people you'll meet, all the conversations you have, all the places you'll go. Word to Dr. Seuss. It is my belief that our lives are always like dashboards, reflecting back in some way our mission, our strengths, our potential opportunities, and the pathways that we could go down but might be afraid to. I want to help you see these patterns so you can learn to work with them and not against them. I want to peel the roof of limits back and help you see this life and your light in full radiance. I want you to be and to live as yourself. On this channel, we use psychology, brain science, astrology, numerology, spirituality, technology, and most important, our shared, raw human experience to discover what has been right before us and what is deep within us this whole time, to become the highest and deepest versions of ourselves. We will identify our strengths, we will examine our shadows, we will unpack our relationships, and we will meet as much fullness of who we are as we possibly can in this brief life experience. Why? So we can live big and full, so we can live wide and deep, so the robots don't define what life can be for us before we can uncover what they can be for ourselves. So we've got a lot of work to do, hopefully together. So I'm inviting you on this journey not just to watch me and listen to what I have to say. And trust me, there will be a lot to watch and I have a lot to say. But I also hope that you will come open and ready to dream again, to build again, to live again. Think of me like a peer archery teacher who has a few dozen strategies to share. I want to help you get better at identifying and hitting your target while I practice hitting mine. I want us to create a sturdy, energetic vibe together that sustains and empowers us for the next decade or 3. And yes, I'm looking that far off into the future. I can't see anything clearly yet, but I'm looking and letting it inform my present focus. And I'm so excited for the ripple effect of our collective action. I never take your attention lightly, and I consider it even a privilege to be speaking with you. So you can always trust that I'm coming with my best and I am scanning and sensing what's happening in the world. And let's just say, it's real cuspy out there. As in, like, we're on the cusp of something. So if this resonates, if you're interested and you want to walk with me to see where I'm going and trying to take as many people as I can, subscribe below. But not just subscribe, talk to me. I want to have discussions about this stuff, and I will create spaces for this stuff to happen and for us to co-develop, if you will. But I want to play an active participatory role in the creation, the building, the constructing of this new world. And for me, that work is with individuals and then groups. If this is all you needed to hear and you're bought in, I'm so glad to have you. Let me know below what you're starting or thinking of starting and how you're feeling. With that said, now, let's begin.